Hey everyone, this is Austin over at Oxford Retirement again, coming to you with another video about Roth conversions today. It's a hypothetical Roth conversion scenario that I think gives you kind of a good view on what a Roth conversion strategy really looks like. I'm sure you may have heard the term Roth conversion here or there. You may not know what that means. You may not know if it's for you. And this tool is going to walk us through just kind of a scenario and how it looks, what the benefits really are, and what the end result really is. So if you don't know what a Roth conversion is just taking some of your pre-tax money from whatever pre-tax account it is, a 401k, 403b, 457, IRA, and converting that, moving that to a Roth account, a Roth IRA. Now, to do that, you pay the taxes. Okay, you do have to pay the taxes to get it from one side to the other. But then, as long as you follow the rules, all of that can be tax-free growth after you get it over with. So that's really why you do it. Get the taxes over with now, so you don't have to deal with it later. That's what Roth is all about. The rules really are you have to hold the Roth open for at least 5 years after each conversion. A lot of the times you'll have separate accounts for each conversion if you think there's a possibility that you may be using some of the funds within that next 5-year period. You could put them all into one if you really wanted to. A lot of the times you just separate them out. Anyway, take a look at my screen now. We've got Frank and Franny tax Roth, and they are retired. You can see that we have the check boxes there. A little bit further down, we have their Social Security benefits and their amount. So they both have their, they both will be having their Social Security benefits on. Frank has got his on already, just turned that on recently, and Franny has her benefits starting when she gets to age 62. So there are their amounts here. And a little bit down below, they do have really good income. Here's their pensions. Frank has got a pension from the pension place. $2,700 a month. Franny has got awesome job number 1 that gives her a pension and awesome job number 2. So both of her pensions are planned to start when she turns age 65. One's going to pay her $2,000, one's going to pay her another $1,000. Okay, so that is their income. Okay, that's tab number 1. Asset wise, this is what they have. Okay, going down the list, they've got about $250,000 in savings. Stock worth about $200,000 in Franny's name. Joint savings, a joint interest account, which is really, it's a managed account. So it's $150,000 in some sort of managed vehicle, stocks, bonds, mutual funds, and what have you. Then they both have their own IRAs. Frank has got $1.2 million in his IRA. Franny's got $500,000 in her IRA. And then Franny's also got about $50,000 already in Roth. So good on her for getting some in that bucket. Okay. If we scroll down a little bit further, here is their current tax composition. Okay. So of all their assets, they've got $2.35 million. Of all that money, almost 3/4 of it is in pre-tax accounts. That's the red. Okay. So 72%, $1.7 million there. They have a sizable chunk in the not after-tax bucket already, $600,000 or so, and then that $50,000 Roth. But all that red is money that is not entirely theirs. They're still on the hook from the IRS to pay tax on that whenever it comes out. And that's really what this is all about. So you'll notice in here I have a rate of return of 5% in here, just as kind of a catch-all rate of return for everything. Cost of living adjustment, I didn't even include on Social Security. That can be a topic for another video. And input number 3 up here is going to be their expenses. So they want to spend $11,000 net of tax. So the $11,000 cash in hand to live the way that they want to live. So that's going to be spent on trips and travel and food and insurance and everything in between. Okay. And we're going to inflate that at a 2.8% clip in this scenario. So again, this is just the example, so you can take a look. I just want you to know the numbers behind the scenes. On tab number 7, this is what their retirement looks like, okay? So we've got $2.35 million in assets. Pension income is over here, $2,700 a month right now because of Frank's pension. Franny's pensions kick on way down here. It turns into $5,700. Social Security, Frank's got his on now. Franny's going to turn on hers in a couple of years. And just based on those two, here is their net monthly income after taxes. You can see those numbers as well. Here's their expenses moving up quite quickly. Okay. And the number in red is what they're going to be taking out of the investments on the right-hand side. Now, the investments are growing, as is their expenses, right? So their investments are growing even though they're taking some money out, which is great to see. And if you play this scenario all out, all the way through here, what's going to happen is when at age 100, when Franny's age 100, Frank is going to be 107. He's going to be an old dog, all right? They are going to have a total value, if they pass away at that point, $1.6 million is going to go to their beneficiaries. Okay, that's what they're going to have left over. Great scenario, honestly. And of that $1.6 million, okay, that money that they're going to be leaving, about almost $700,000, and you can see my screen here, almost $700,000 is going to be in that pre-tax money. They're going to have some Roth to give away, leave to their heirs, and just over $500,000 of that after-tax money. And this all green, all that green stuff is gray, but the heirs are going to be stuck with the tax bill of that $700,000. So just keep that in mind. About $1.6 million left to their heirs, and almost half of it they still have to pay tax on. Okay, so that's the scenario. Oh, one more thing, actually. Their total cumulative tax over their lifetime, and this is the third point to note, $2.14 basically $1 million is what they're paying in tax over their life. Okay. Now, on the second scenario, I have everything else the same, but I have a Roth conversion built into this cash flow sheet. So we're going to do a $50,000 conversion starting next year, every year until 2029. That's going to be our last one. Okay, just once a year. Everything else in here is the same. But when I go to look at the scenario now, here's what it looks like. Here's those $50,000 transfers. So we're going to take $50,000 from the pre-tax, move it to the Roth, and then we're going to pay the taxes out of the after-tax money that they have between savings, stock, and the managed money. Okay, that's for a reason, but I won't get into it. So everything else about this scenario is the same. So during these years, they're going to pay extra taxes to get that money transferred over. At the end of the day, way down here at the bottom now, what they're going to have left over to give to their heirs, just based on that strategy, is $1.9 million. Significantly more just by doing the Roth conversions, right? So that means we saved them some taxes. Okay, if I go over to the tax scenario here, cumulative tax at that point is just shy of $2 million, $1.98 million over their lifetime. So we saved that tax and allowed more tax-free growth throughout their lifetime so we can give that money to the heirs. And the craziest thing, not only are they going to get more at the end of the day here in this, hypothetical scenario, but 100% of that money, $1.9 million, is going to be Roth. The heirs pay absolutely nothing on that money. That's fantastic. That's huge. Okay. Very, very effective in this scenario. And obviously everyone's scenario is going to be a little bit different, but just wanted you to take a look at it. If Roth conversion's on your mind, come see us. We'll talk through it, see if it makes sense. And I'll catch you next time. See ya.